Hello, Aquarius. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the second half of April. You guys are actually the first since you came in #1 as the most viewed video for the second half of the month. So thank you guys so very much for the love and support. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what Spirit needs you to know at this time. I don't have any questions in mind. I'm just going to allow the cards to communicate whatever messages need to come through here for you. General reading, as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from this reading what makes sense for you and let the rest go. If you're interested in your own personal private reading at this time, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I will include a list of all of the card decks that are used for this reading. So Aquarius, let's dive right into it. What I chose this time around for the focus messages is the deck When Spirit Speaks by Medium on a Mission, and then we'll grab some insight from the Messages of Love deck by All Things Intuitive. So let's dive right into it and let's take a look and see what needs to come through this time. For Aquarius, cross watchers, and anyone else who's been guided to tune into this reading, angels and spirit guides for this bonus reading, please bring forward the messages that need to come through. What is it that you need to focus on initially? Aquarius, let's grab some insight here for you. Guided to this one here. It's time to do some clearing, some cleansing at this time. So perhaps this is something that you need to focus on if you're just feeling overwhelmed in whatever area of your life that's draining your energies. If you're stressed out right now, considering everything going on throughout the world, that's totally understandable. So there's this need to focus on that clearing energy at this time. Okay, so let's add some insight when it comes to love and romance. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius for this bonus reading. We'll either grab one or two from this deck. Let's take a look and see what comes forward. Your second focus message is go slow. Take time to get to know each other. If you have made a new love connection, if there's a new relationship that you've gotten into recently, this is a reminder from the angels to let you know that, you got to take your time and just enjoy each other's company. Just work on developing the relationship and let it go at a slow pace is what they're coming through saying. Let's grab one more here. Different pages. This is coming through for some of you. You and this person don't share the same vision. Perhaps you already know that. Okay, so we'll see how the rest of this reading unfolds for this bonus reading, Aquarius, and let's take a look and see what direction it takes. All right, guys. So we're going to start off with the Illumination deck. This is by Lightworker Tarot and Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius for this bonus reading for the second half of April. Please bring forward the messages that need to come through here at this time. We have asked for guidance, which is more than likely why you're here watching this reading. You're certainly looking for guidance when it comes to your love life as well as any area of your life that might be challenged at this time. You might also communicate with your angels much the same way that I do, and part of this guidance as well is through prayer. But you're being guided perhaps towards a particular direction in your life at this time as well. We have children. So for those of you who have children, perhaps that's part of the guidance that you're asking for at this time. And certainly in regard to your relationship, if you and your partner are having issues at this time and the children are being affected somehow by whatever these challenges represent, that's a part of the guidance that you are asking for in order to figure out what is it that you need to do at this point in time in your life. And if you resonate with the different pages focus message that you and the person that you're focused on for this reading don't share the same vision, especially when it comes to your children and how to raise them, that definitely creates issues here. So if you resonate with that, it's picking up off of that vibe. We have withholding coming through. Withholding information, withholding your feelings. I just feel here, Aquarius, that you're holding back somehow in how you choose to engage with a particular person, especially, again, if there's issues going on there. And perhaps that's where this clearing energy needs to happen and why it's coming through as a focus message. You have to clear the negative vibe attached to this individual if they're just bringing forward too much drama in your life and you guys are just not even seeing eye to eye at this point. We also have approach with caution. Perhaps for some of you, again, we've got that go slow, take time to get to know each other. If it's a new partnership that you're watching this for, it's coming through that you should tread lightly, approach with caution, and maybe this person has some red flags attached to them that you might not even be aware of at this point. And this could certainly apply to those of you who are having some issues in regard to a partnership involving children and families, and you guys are just arguing and on different pages, you're not seeing eye to eye. And perhaps they might even have a temper. Just be careful how you interact with this person. And you're also being guided by the angels to show compassion. You'll know exactly how to apply these energies to the appropriate person that it's coming through for. Because these are a few scenarios coming through that I'm feeling for some of you. There are connections where you got to be careful how you deal with that person. And then there are connections where the angels are wanting you to show a little bit more compassion when it comes to that partnership. It's interesting too that this is the next card. We have Christmas. So this could be your favorite time of year. Something of significance could have happened between you and your person during the Christmas time. For those of you, again, with children, that might be a very special time of year for your children because it's Christmas. Okay, so however way that's coming through here. So let's add to this with the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius for this bonus reading. What else do we need to know here for the second half of April? Please bring it forward. Mirror, reflection, shared feelings, and you. For me, this could be indicative of a twin flame connection for some of you. There's that mirror energy, that mirror soul. For me, it's very much in tune with this show compassion energy from that card. And perhaps you have been asking for guidance from your spirit guides, the angels, when it comes to this connection. And they might be doing that as well. Considering the different pages card again, if you are just not on the same page, if you both have a different idea of where you want to take this partnership, perhaps part of that light that's coming through from the energy of this card is directing you both onto the same page to get onto the same path here. We have receptive coming through as well. Open heart, softness, vulnerability. It's falling right below children. Certainly children, their hearts are fully open to loving and expressing that love to family, to friends. There is that soft energy tied into children, and they are very vulnerable. I feel here that they play a huge part for some of you in your scenario, in your situation and relationship. And this is the need as well for you to be receptive and opening up your heart to the possibility of working through the issues that you and your person are dealing with at this time. We have harmony right after that, which I love. This is all about peace, balance, and friendship. This is the ability to bring harmony back into your life, into your love life, certainly, and the need for peace. So if right now things are a little bit crazy and chaotic in your partnership, in your life, this card is talking about balance, peace and quiet, calm energy. It's also picking up off of friendships. Your friends, they're there for you. They help bring you back into balance. We have time, wait, cycles, infinity. So time is at play here. This could be tapped into divine timing for some of you. It's a waiting period to be able to get things moving in the right direction. But we also have go slow. And when things are going slow, it's going to take even more time than usual for a cycle to either come to completion or to phase out. We have limit, final straw, overload, and breaking point. And I feel some of you have reached that this person has tested your limits and you've reached that final straw. You're done. You're overwhelmed. You're overloaded. But it's interesting how it's falling right below show compassion. Either your person needs to show you compassion or you're being guided to show this individual compassion, depending, of course, on how things played itself out between the two of you. And if you have reached your final straw, it's like that limit of what you're willing to put up with when it comes to this connection. There's something about it that you're being guided to show a little bit more compassion and understanding when it comes to this individual, even if you are on different pages at this time. And then we have pretend, mask, exaggeration, and bluff. So I feel here part of the reason why you've had enough when it comes to this person and why you guys are just on different pages is because they have not been truthful with you. They've been wearing this false mask, pretending to be something that they are not. Lies, secrets, deceptive energy. That's your final straw. That was your breaking point when it comes to this connection for some of you. All right, so let's add some tarot to this. This is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what else needs to come through for this bonus reading. So angels and spirit guides for Aquarius for this bonus reading for the second half of April. Please bring it forward for Aquarius. We have Seven of Swords here. Interesting. Deception and strategy. And then the King of Swords also coming through here. So both of these cards are picking up off of your own energy, Aquarius, because it is air. It could also be tapped into Libra and Gemini for some of you guys. So right off the bat with this pretend card and the Seven of Swords, somebody has been deceptive with you. This is what you've been dealing with. Somebody who hasn't been truthful. They've been lying or they've been keeping secrets. And for my masculines coming through as the King of Swords, perhaps you cut this person out of your life. The cheating, infidelity, third-party situations that you guys might have been dealing with, I feel here that that was quite challenging in this connection. And again, with that breaking point limit card coming through. I feel that was it. You reached it, you reached that limit, and you decided to cut this person out. Even for those of you who have families and children, this is a family that's broken, I feel. We do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is earth energy. It's a beautiful card. It's all about wise investment. And Pentacles is earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. This is manifestation right here, guys. It's falling right below harmony, peace, balance, friendship. Opportunities, prosperity, it's all coming in for you. New ventures, starting over, a new beginning. It's up to you, of course, how you choose to have that new beginning. Whether you want to just start over elsewhere in your life, have a new beginning when it comes to love and romance, that's certainly your prerogative. To be able to find peace and balance back into your life. For some of you, it could be in the form of a new love connection where you guys just started off as friends and it turns into something more. And in time, with the time card right next to it, no pun intended, it does say wait, cycles, and infinity. This person could be your forever, and perhaps you'll be able to find that person once you detach from a connection that was deceptive. Look at this. We've got a Queen of Wands coming through. So we have a king and a queen right here. And what's between the two of you is the Ace of Pentacles. So for some of you looking to move forward and just start new, a new relationship, find a new love. Find a new love partner. Could be a fire sign. This queen, very confident, very magnetic. This is a very confident person. So I feel here, for some of you, this could be a new start for you in love. The king and the queen come together and have a new beginning. So for some of you, of course, that could be represented to mean that you and your person have a second chance at love. But I also feel here, for those of you who have had that final straw and you're just overloaded and you're done, you want to move on, this for me is a new relationship that has the capability of lasting forever. This could be your love of a lifetime here. We do have the Eight of Wands with that energy surge and communication here. So it's interesting how it's falling right below show compassion and the limit card, final straw, overload, and breaking point. And then Eight of Wands falling right below that with this energy surge and communication. So I feel even though things might have come to an end here, Aquarius, between you and your person, they might still want to reach out to you. It's up to you, of course, what you do with that communication. You might just want to tell them, it's like, look, I'm done. I'm moving on. You know, that's it. But that's your choice. It's up to you whether you even want to entertain a reconnection with this person. And again, we've got the Christmas card coming through here. So if there are some changes that are to happen here, it might come towards Christmas time, latter half of this year. And then we've got Strength coming through here as well. Leo energy with that card. The Strength card is all about tolerance, compassion. Once again, isn't that interesting? Show compassion. And then we've got the Strength card talking about the same energy. It certainly is tapped into inner strength, our willpower, having the courage to overcome adversity and hardships in our life. It's also tied into emotional attachments to the past. Emotional attachments to this person, especially if you guys are disconnected from one another, if you're estranged. But the Strength card is letting you know here that perhaps you're a lot stronger than you're giving yourself credit for. And it's also a blessing in disguise through mistakes or even wake-up calls that are trying to grab your attention. And that wake-up call could certainly be tied into this deceptive individual that you've had to deal with. It's interesting how we have the Queen of Swords here, okay? So not only do we have the King of Swords, but we now have the Queen of Swords. And as you can see, we already had this Queen of Wands coming through here. So 2 queens and a king for me could represent a third-party situation. So you've already dealt with that, I feel. And it's something to be mindful of moving forward so that you don't repeat that same pattern if this is something that you've already dealt with. And look at this. We've got the Star card coming through here. And the star is representing your own energy, Aquarius. It's all about hope and faith and optimism. Peace. And that's already being reflected through this harmony card. Peace, balance, and friendship. And that peace is also reflected here in your own star card. Universal alignment, it's a wish come true for you. Whatever that wish is, it's enlightenment. It's success for you. It's healing energy. Reach for the stars, Aquarius, because this is your card. A wish of yours has the capability of coming true. And if you still love this person despite the challenges, because the Star card does indicate a strong love between 2 people, if you're open to reconciliation, then you guys have to be able to get onto the same page instead of traveling on different pages emotionally, energetically, vibrationally, in the 5th dimension, in the 3rd dimension. You guys have to be on the same page. So this is a time for you to use your intuition. Reach for your goals. What is it that you want? Reach for your desires. Make it all happen, because you have the capability to really turn things into a very positive outcome for you. You have to trust. You have to have faith that at the end of the day, you're being guided towards the path that you're meant to be on. And if you and your person are meant to come back together and reconnect and work through the challenges, it's going to take some time, but there certainly is a potential that that can happen. Because the Star card is all about making situations that are impossible possible. Okay? So let's add to this with some romance angels. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius for this bonus reading for the second half of April. What else do we need to know? Stay optimistic about your love life. And it does say positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So it's really very complementary to that Star card, which again is your own energy. Have faith. Your faith will be restored. That's what the Star does. That's what that Star card is bringing you, is restoration of faith in your love life and in life. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So for those of you who are open to that, because it's not going to be for everybody, if you want to work on this partnership, you can, but you can't do it by yourself. You have to be able to meet each other halfway, put in equal effort to be able to work on it. You can't want it more than the other person. You both have to want this. In order for this to work, you have to be able to work on it together. Because if you don't, this is what's coming in. We've got red flags. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And we already did get this card, approach with caution. So be mindful of that and be careful. Tread lightly, because you don't want to be dealing with this again. Okay, deceptive energy. You've already been there with this person. We already have the Seven of Swords with the same type of vibe. And then, you know, with the pretend card, wearing a mask, exaggeration and bluff, pretending to be something that they're not. But in the meantime, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And absolutely make the effort. This is something that I'm feeling you both have to do, is to, again, meet each other in the middle. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. In this particular card, if you look at this photo, it is the little boy reaching out to the little girl. So I tend to always feel that it's my masculine energy that needs to reach out to the feminine energy to create movement towards a reunion, a reconciliation in the partnership. And it's just energy, so masculine energy could be both female as well as male. Okay, something to keep in mind there. All right, guys, so let's grab some dialogue messages here. And let's take a look and see what your person needs to say to you at this time, okay? So I'm guided to pull from the 5D Love Messages deck by Calico Moon. Let's go ahead and grab some insight from here. What is it that your person needs to say to you, Aquarius? Angels and spirit guides, please bring it forward for this bonus reading. Please bring it forward. Let's grab a couple more here. Let's grab the bottom. Okay. What do we have here? All right, Aquarius, this is from your person. Take what resonates, of course. First one, I have never loved anyone as much as I love you. So they're coming through here letting you know that. Next message, why don't you reach out to me? That's because more than likely you're either not ready, you're hurt, you're upset, you've had that breaking point where you're done, but maybe they're a little bit unawakened as to why you're not reaching out, and that's their problem. They're going to have to figure that out for themselves. Next card. Things just got too emotional for me. They couldn't handle it. Perhaps they're just not a very emotional individual, and when things turn towards that direction, they tend to run or enter into third-party situations or just do something to sabotage, self-sabotage themselves. We have the next message, I'm keeping tabs on you. They're checking you out from a distance, more than likely on social media. Last one, I love you more than you are aware. So the love is still here, but they need to be able to get onto the same page as you. And perhaps with the go slow message as well, you know, this is the need to just take things slow. Make sure they're coming towards you with the right kind of intention this time, that they're not pretending, that they're not being deceptive, and that they can be the type of partner that you are looking for here. Okay, so let's give you the opportunity to speak up here. So I'm guided to pull from the Twin Flame / Soulmate Unspoken Messages Volume 1 and 2 deck by Fire Witch Tarot. I actually combined both of these volumes into one deck. So let's go ahead and give you the opportunity to speak up as well. Aquarius, what is it that you need to say to your person? Because if you still have love, if you are open to reconciliation, yes, there are challenges, but let's see if you guys can overcome that. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius, for your person. What is it that you need to say? Oh boy. Let's grab the bottom card. Okay. Oh my. Look at this one. Drop the fucking ego. That's what you want to say to them. So maybe they're just all about themselves and you're done with that. Next message. Your vulnerability teaches me to be humble. So maybe your person at this time is being vulnerable, and perhaps that's why the angels are coming through with this card to show compassion towards that vulnerability. Next message. This is that type of special magical chemistry. So there is chemistry here that you're still feeling towards this connection. Next message from you, Aquarius. I have codependency issues. Codependency could be very addictive in nature. It could be obsessive. If that's something that you resonate with when it comes to this connection, or however way that's presented in your life, it's coming through here that this is an issue that needs to be worked on and resolved within yourself. Next message. My emotions are challenging me to be strong. Okay? And it's interesting because from your person, this was the card that came through. Things just got too emotional for me. And then you're coming through with this message. My emotions are challenging me to be strong, which is why we have the strength card coming through here for you. Okay, so you're both going through a particular journey when it comes to your emotions and how you're feeling about what's happened here between the two of you. But yeah, that's a very strong message right there. It's like, drop the fucking ego already. Enough already. That's where your breaking point is for some of you. Okay, so let's continue. I want to go ahead and grab some insight from the Lover's Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius. What else needs to come through here for you for this bonus reading for the second half of the month? Bottom of the deck. All right, what do we have? Interesting. First message. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay? So they're coming through here letting you know, Aquarius, that the love is still there. But they have to be able to back that love up with actions of being real with you, not pretending. This is interesting because it's another card talking about friendship, and that came through here as well with this harmony card. Peace, balance, and friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Do you see that? So what I'm picking up from this is, for some of you who've gone through some major challenges in your partnership, sometimes you got to start back at the beginning of how you guys first connected as friends. Start as friends all over again. And when you're ready, take things to the next level. And as it says, go slow. Take time to get to know each other all over again. And to avoid the pitfalls and the challenges that overwhelmed the partnership to begin with. And I'm happy to see this next message, healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. And isn't it interesting? Look at that photo with that light that's being guided towards this healing energy and journey that you both have to be on. Because in order to get you guys moving forward in the right direction, you got to get onto the same page as each other. And I feel that's a possibility. You know, you do have your own energy coming through in that beautiful star card coming through there. Okay, so for those of you who have really been impacted by what's going on with the pandemic. It's a very scary time. So I really wanted to grab some healing messages from Archangel Raphael, picking up off of healing vibes, healing energy, especially tied into physical ailments and health issues. Let's take a look and see what Archangel Raphael's advice is to you for those that are certainly concerned about that. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius for this bonus reading, second half of April. Please bring forward the healing messages that you need to bring forward, Archangel Raphael. Please bring it forward for the collective. What messages need to come through here? Unconditional joy. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. And for some of us, it's our fur babies, our cats, our dogs, our pets. That's where the unconditional love and joy is coming from right now, especially for those of you who are just naturally drawn to your pets and that love that we receive from them, and also from our children, for those who have children. And for others, it's coming through with family, friendships. That's important as well. It's whatever makes you happy right now. We also have a yes answer. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me trust my feelings as the accurate barometer of truth. I feel some of you guys really needed this, because if you've been dealing with somebody who's been deceptive, who has not been telling you the truth, it's very difficult to assess where they're coming from if they're just pretending and they're not really being real with you. So Archangel Raphael is going to help you to trust. That's what needs healing for some of you in your heart space. Okay, last one. Home help. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage to ask for and accept help from you, the angels and others in matters regarding my family and home. Again, so fitting considering self-isolation right now, the social distancing thing that we're going through. It's just been very difficult for so many people. And this is the help that's coming through, certainly from Archangel Raphael at this time. The angels, spirit guides, it's all blessing the energy of these messages. Okay, so let's close this out, guys, with some healing messages overall from the angels. Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius, some final thoughts and healing messages to close out this bonus reading for Aquarius at this time. Please bring it forward. Some final thoughts, okay? Surrender and release. And there's the healing message, and the bottom of the deck is emerging. Ooh, followed by romance. Look at that. Okay, so surrender and release is all about letting things go that no longer serve a purpose in your life. It's different for every Aquarian tuning in, and you know what it is that you need to let go of. Okay? Healing. So healing message coming through again, whether that's physical healing, spiritual, mental, however way you need this healing message to come through for you, it's being represented here because the angels are actually helping you to do this at this time. This is the need to continue to work on yourself in the meantime, okay? And it's giving you the time to be able to emerge as the best version of yourself when you're ready. But you got to take time. You got to take your time doing that, working on yourself, because you can't rush that process. And finally, your love life, romance. So clearly there are challenges here for some of you when it comes to a connection that you're focused on for this reading. But the angels are coming through to let you know that your heart space will heal and that your romantic life, your love life, will be placed onto the right path that it's meant to be on. Whoever that you're meant to be with, that's where they're directing you, towards that path. You're being guided there. So trust in the process of where your life is going, especially in your love life. Allow the universe to do its magic. Remember, the star card is here. This is your own energy, Aquarius. The impossible can be possible. So wish upon that star. It just might come true for you. All right, guys. So that's where I'm going to leave this one. I do hope that you enjoyed this bonus reading. Thank you guys so very much again for coming in first as the most viewed video for the second half of April. And I'll be back real soon with more readings for you. Thank you guys so very much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.